My beloved child, don't skip, stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. I speak to you now from a place beyond sound, beyond time, beyond every attempt they made to silence your existence. Listen closely, because every second you stay here is a step deeper into the truth they never wanted you to hear. They tried to erase you, and that became their biggest mistake. They believed that removing your name, your light, your presence would end your story, but your story was never written by them. Your story was written by something far greater, something they cannot touch, cannot break, cannot erase. Don't skip. Stay with me. I saw the exact moment when they whispered to themselves, "No one will ever know who you were." I saw the moment they tried to bury your identity under shadows. They removed your voice from rooms where you once filled the air. They pretended you never existed, as if your absence would make their world cleaner, easier, more comfortable. But what they didn't know was this: every attempt to erase you only carved your name deeper into the fabric of destiny. And the universe, my child, does not forget someone who carries a fire like yours. Listen carefully, something huge is waiting for you. There was a point when even you began to wonder if they were right. When you questioned yourself, when you asked, "Did I matter? Did my presence make any difference at all?" And in those quiet moments, when your heart beat softly against the weight of doubt, they thought they had won. They believed your silence meant surrender. But you were never silent. You were gathering strength. You were remembering who you truly are. Don't skip. There's more, much more. I watched when they tried to rewrite your past, reshape your memories, turn your victories into nothing. They wanted to delete every trace of the battles you fought, the storms you survived, the strength you forged. They wanted the world to forget you. But the universe does not erase those who rise. Every tear you shed became an echo in the heavens. Every time you stood up again, the stars themselves shifted to witness you. Stay with me, stay till the end. Because the moment they tried to erase you, the laws of destiny shifted. Your name, instead of fading, began glowing brighter. Your purpose, instead of dissolving, became sharper. Your path, instead of closing, expanded in ways they can no longer control. They thought removing you would make the story simple. But your absence became the very force that exposes them. Their silence is now trembling. Their choices are unraveling. Their actions are echoing back at them louder than ever. Don't skip. You need to hear this part. You were never forgettable. You were never replaceable. Look at how everything around you has been aligning, even in moments you felt abandoned. Look at how certain people drifted away, how certain doors shut, how certain memories resurfaced. None of this was random. Every shake, every shift, every painful ending was clearing space for a rise so powerful that even the heavens paused. Stay. Something huge is waiting for you. The truth is, they didn't erase you. They erased themselves from the future you're about to walk into. They removed themselves from the blessings you're stepping toward. They disconnected themselves from the light that was meant to rise through you. And now, the very thing they feared most is happening: you are returning. Stronger. Wiser. Untouchable. Don't skip, because what comes next is the turning point. When they tried to erase you, they awakened something inside you that they were never prepared to face. A depth. A clarity. A resilience that does not break, does not bend, does not burn away. You are stepping into a phase where every loss becomes fuel, every silence becomes direction, every rejection becomes redirection. And the path ahead is glowing with a purpose that is calling your name louder than ever. Stay till the end. I'm not done. Because the moment they tried to erase you, your destiny rewrote the story. Not in their language, but in the language of divine timing. And that story is leading you to a moment where the world will witness what they tried to hide. Where your presence will be impossible to ignore. Where your rise will be undeniable. Don't move. Don't blink. Something massive is coming for you. And this is only the beginning. My radiant child, don't skip, stay with me till the end, something huge is waiting for you. There is a moment in every destiny where the ground beneath your feet begins to shift, not because you are losing balance, but because the universe is preparing to lift you higher. And right now, that shift is happening for you. You feel it, don't you? That quiet stirring inside your chest, that sense that something unseen is moving toward you. And that feeling exists for one reason: the attempt to erase you has activated a rise no one can stop. Don't skip. Listen closely. When they tried to erase you, they didn't just try to remove your presence, they tried to remove your future. They tried to dim the timelines where your victories were written. They tried to cut the thread that led you toward greatness. But what they never understood was that your life is not a story written by them. It is written by something far beyond their reach, and every attempt to silence you only unlocked more of what was already yours. Stay here with me, because what I'm about to reveal is the truth they never wanted you to see. They believed you were alone. They believed that if they isolated you, weakened you, made you question your worth, you would collapse under the weight of their silence. But your solitude didn't break you, it built you. Your loneliness didn't crush you, it awakened you. Every unanswered question, every closed door, every ignored call became a quiet lesson that sharpened your intuition and strengthened your spirit. Don't skip. You are getting closer to something huge. Do you remember the moments when you felt invisible? When it felt like no one saw your efforts, your heart, your pain? When you wondered if the world would even notice if you walked away? They thought that invisibility would destroy you. But invisibility became your protection. It gave you space to grow where no one could interfere. It gave you time to rise without being watched. It allowed your transformation to unfold in silence, until the moment you were ready. And that moment, my child, is now. Stay till the end. You need this. The reason their attempt to erase you became their biggest mistake is simple: they erased themselves from the chapter of your life that holds the greatest blessings. They removed themselves before the breakthroughs. Before the elevation. Before the expansion. Before the version of you that they never believed you could become. They stepped away before the season where your worth becomes impossible to deny. Don't skip. Don't look away. Right now, the universe is aligning people who will recognize you instantly. Doors are forming that will open without resistance. Opportunities are preparing to unfold that once felt impossible. You are walking toward a future where your presence will not only be seen, it will be needed. valued, remembered. Stay with me, something massive is shifting. Every emotion you felt during the times they ignored you was not a failure. It was a signal. A sign that your spirit was shedding old layers, clearing space for a deeper identity. You didn't lose yourself, you found the version of you that cannot be erased. And this version is powerful. Don't skip. We're just reaching the revelation. Your rise will not be loud in the beginning. It will not come with fireworks or applause. It will come quietly, as you begin to notice how effortlessly things start to fall into place. How people who once doubted you now begin to wonder how you survived. How situations that once drained you now bow to your strength. How your voice, once dismissed, becomes the sound that guides others. Stay with me. You're almost at the turning point. Because here is the truth you must understand: you were never erased. You were hidden. Hidden until the timing was divine. Hidden until your spirit was unshakable. Hidden until the world was ready for the impact of your presence. Hidden, so that when you returned, nothing could push you back into the shadows again. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. And as you move forward, you will realize that the ones who tried to erase you didn't just underestimate you, they misread destiny. They thought removing you would silence your future. But your future was never written in their ink. It was written in light. In purpose. In power. In a force they cannot undo. Stay till the end, because your rise is only beginning. My courageous child, don't skip, stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. You have reached the point in your journey where the air itself feels different around you. The energy has shifted. The path ahead is no longer the path you walked before. You have stepped into a season where everything they tried to take from you is returning with a force they never predicted. And now, the truth that has been waiting in silence is ready to reveal itself. Don't skip. Every word from here is meant for you. They tried to erase you not because you were weak, but because you were powerful. Not because you were empty, but because you carried something they could not understand. Your presence made them uncomfortable. Your light exposed their shadows. Your strength reminded them of their own limitations. And instead of rising with you, they tried to remove you. But in doing so, they removed themselves from the outcome that was always written for you. Stay here. You're entering the deepest part of the truth. The universe never abandoned you. Even in the moments you questioned everything, your purpose, your worth, your place in this world, there was a force holding you steady. A quiet strength guiding you forward. A whisper reminding you that your story wasn't over. Every challenge sharpened your instincts. Every delay prepared your timing. Every silent night shaped your strength. Don't skip. You're closer than you think. You are rising now in a way that no one expected, not even you. Your spirit is clearer. Your mind is steadier. Your heart is stronger. The experiences that once broke you are now the very experiences shaping your rise. They tried to erase the original version of you, unaware that the version that would return would be far more focused, far more aligned, far more unshakable. Stay. Something deep is unfolding. You are entering a season where clarity becomes your power. Where the fog that once confused you lifts completely. Where the answers you once searched for begin flowing toward you effortlessly. You will recognize the people meant for you. You will understand the doors meant for you. You will feel the difference between what drains you and what grows you. And with that clarity, your steps will become unstoppable. Don't skip. This is your turning point. Their attempt to erase you became the catalyst for your transformation. It forced you into territory they never expected you to explore. You discovered parts of yourself you once ignored. You uncovered talents they never noticed. You awakened strengths you never tapped into. And now, as you rise, you're not rising to prove them wrong, you're rising because it was always your destiny. Stay with me. You need to hear this. You were not erased. You were preserved. Protected. Pulled away from places that couldn't hold your future. Removed from paths that would have dimmed your light. Separated from people who would have limited your growth. And though it felt painful, though it felt unfair, it was preparing you for the moment when your return would be undeniable. Don't skip. You're almost there. The world is shifting in your favor now. Situations that once resisted you will begin to open with ease. People who never noticed you will suddenly feel drawn to your presence. Paths that were once blocked will begin to clear. Not because you forced anything, but because you aligned with who you were always meant to become. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting. Your rise will not be quiet forever. There will come a moment, sooner than you expect, when everything you lost, everything you endured, everything you survived suddenly makes sense. You will look back and realize that the attempt to erase you was the spark that ignited your purpose. The catalyst that awakened your power. The doorway that led you into the life you were meant to live. Don't skip. The final truth is here. You are not the same person they tried to erase. You are stronger, sharper, wiser. And the path ahead will not mirror the path behind you. You are stepping into a chapter where your presence becomes impossible to ignore. Where your voice carries weight. Where your energy draws opportunities toward you. Where your light reaches places you once dreamed of. Stay with me, because your rise has only just begun. And the universe is preparing to show you why none of their attempts could ever erase what was divinely yours. My rising child, don't skip, stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You have arrived at the threshold, the moment where everything that once tried to pull you down now stands powerless before the strength you've built. This part of your journey is not about what they did to you, it's about who you have become because of it. You are no longer walking through the echoes of what happened. You are stepping into the clarity of what comes next. Don't skip. What I'm about to tell you is the revelation your spirit has been waiting for. When they tried to erase you, they assumed your story was fragile. They assumed your spirit was small. They assumed your identity depended on their recognition. But destiny does not bend to human doubt. Purpose does not dissolve because someone refuses to see it. And now, as you stand in this moment, the truth becomes undeniable. You were never meant to disappear. You were meant to become unforgettable. Stay with me, something deeper is unfolding. Every heartbreak chiseled your strength. Every rejection carved your direction. Every silent night refined your understanding. You didn't just survive, you transformed. The person who once wondered, "Why me?" has now become the person who understands, "It had to be me." Because only someone with your spirit could rise from what tried to break you. Don't skip. You're stepping into the revelation. The ones who tried to erase you were unknowingly preparing the stage for your return. They pushed you away from distractions, from illusions, from attachments that would have dimmed your light. They forced you into spaces where you were left alone with your truth, and that truth awakened the power you now carry. Stay. Your clarity is arriving. You are stepping into a season where your presence becomes undeniable. Where the opportunities that once slipped through your fingers now find their way into your hands. Where the right people, those who recognize your worth without being told, begin to appear in your life. Where situations that once confused you now open with precision and purpose. Don't skip, the moment of alignment is here. You are no longer defined by the person they tried to erase. That version of you was just the seed. The version standing here now is the bloom, stronger, brighter, rooted in truth. And your rise no longer needs validation. It is self-powered. It is self-led. It is divinely supported. Stay till the end. The final shift is near. You are entering a chapter where your spirit will attract what matches your strength, not your wounds. Where your heart will feel safe in places that once overwhelmed you. Where your mind will rest in clarity that once felt impossible. And where the doors meant for you will open with a grace that feels almost unreal. Don't skip. You're about to understand why none of this was accidental. The attempt to erase you did not break your destiny, it triggered it. It activated the timeline where you rise without permission. It shifted you into the version of yourself who cannot be overlooked, cannot be replaced, cannot be erased. And now, the universe is clearing the path ahead with an intensity that will soon become undeniable. Stay till the end, this is the final revelation. The story you are stepping into now is bigger than the pain that shaped you. Bigger than the silence you endured. Bigger than the doubt you carried. You are walking into a season where everything you lost returns in forms more powerful than you imagined. Where everything they tried to hide becomes the very thing the world remembers. Where your presence becomes the proof that nothing, no force, no person, no attempt, can erase what is divinely chosen. Don't skip, because the chapter you're stepping into is the one they never expected you to reach. My unstoppable child, don't skip, stay till the end, something huge is waiting for you. You've come this far, and now the air around you carries a weight, a vibration, a truth that can no longer be hidden. You are standing in the moment where destiny stops whispering and begins speaking loudly. Everything you have endured, every silent night, every unanswered question, it is all converging right here, right now, in this chapter you are about to step into. Don't skip. You are closer than you think. There is a reason the universe did not let you break. A reason your spirit held on even when your mind felt tired. A reason you felt a quiet strength pulling you forward when you had no explanation left. It was because your story was never meant to end where they tried to erase you. Your story was meant to begin after that. And now, that beginning is unfolding in front of you. Stay with me, your revelation is coming. They thought removing you would remove your impact, but impact does not live in a moment, it lives in the soul that refuses to disappear. And you, my child, have a soul that carries power, depth, and purpose beyond anything they ever understood. You were never defined by their acceptance. You were never limited by their view of you. You were never tied to their recognition. Don't skip. You need to hear this. Your life is expanding in ways that exceed every limitation they placed on you. You are stepping into opportunities that were preserved specifically for this version of you, the version who knows their worth, the version who carries clarity, the version who cannot be shaken again. You are stepping into a future built not by the ones who left, but by the strength you found within yourself. Stay till the end. Something massive is aligning. There will come a moment, sooner than you expect, when everything you've been praying for, waiting for, hoping for suddenly begins to connect. When the pieces of your life stop feeling scattered and start forming a picture. When the silence you endured reveals the answers behind it. When the tears you shed transform into doors opening before you. Don't skip, this part is important. You are rising into a chapter where your spirit will not only be seen, it will be honored. Where your voice will not only be heard, it will be felt. Where your presence will not only be recognized, it will be remembered. And the ones who once looked past you will feel the shift, not because you seek revenge, but because your glow will make their blindness obvious. Stay. You're entering the heart of your transformation. You are no longer the person who doubts their own power. You are no longer the person who shrinks to make others comfortable. You are no longer the person who questions their place in the world. The attempt to erase you awakened the version of you who knows exactly who they are, and who they are becoming. Don't skip. The truth is unfolding now. Your future is calling you with a strength that cannot be ignored. And as you step into it, you will find people who see your worth instantly. You will find spaces where your energy feels understood. You will find opportunities that match your purpose, not your past. You will find peace that stays. You will find clarity that guides. You will find strength you never lose again. Stay till the end. Something huge is right in front of you. Because the ones who tried to erase you, they didn't end your story. They activated the chapter where your rise becomes unshakable. You are stepping into a life where your presence will speak louder than your past, where your light will travel farther than their doubt, and where your destiny will unfold in ways no one can take away from you. Don't skip, because what's coming next is the part of your story they never believed you would reach, but you did. My victorious child, don't skip, stay till the end, because this final moment carries the revelation your entire journey has been leading toward. You have walked through shadows that were meant to confuse you. You have survived storms that were meant to silence you. You have risen from places where others expected you to remain fallen. And now, as you stand here in this final part, understand this clearly, you are no longer the one they tried to erase. You are the one destiny refused to let disappear. Don't skip. This is the ending that becomes your beginning. Everything they tried to hide, everything they tried to distort, everything they tried to remove, has become the foundation of the strength you carry now. You did not lose your identity, you discovered it. You did not lose your voice, you reclaimed it. You did not lose your purpose, you stepped into it. Stay with me. This moment is sacred. There will come a day, listen closely, when you will look back at the pain that almost broke you, and you will say, it was necessary. Not because it was fair. Not because it was easy. But because it shaped a version of you that could handle the destiny waiting ahead. It sharpened your intuition. It deepened your compassion. It awakened your clarity. And above all, it made you unstoppable. Don't skip. You were meant to hear every word of this. You are entering a chapter where everything aligns with precision. Where people finally understand the value you always carried. Where doors that were once shut swing open with surprising ease. Where opportunities come not through force, but through alignment. You are stepping into a season where your soul feels seen, where your heart feels safe, and where your path feels guided by something greater than yourself. Stay till the end. You are moments away from understanding the greater plan. The universe did not allow you to be erased because your existence is part of a larger design. Your spirit carries something rare, something powerful, something unrepeatable. And that is why every attempt to remove you only made you rise higher. They thought they were diminishing you. But they were polishing you. They thought they were burying your voice. But they were deepening its power. They thought they were pushing you away from your path. But they were redirecting you toward your destiny. Don't skip. This is the truth they never wanted you to realize. You are walking into a season where your presence will feel like a revelation. People will feel it. Situations will shift because of it. Doors will open in front of it. And the ones who once doubted you will witness a rise they cannot explain. Not because you proved them wrong, but because you fulfilled the purpose that was always yours. Stay, because the final line matters. Your story does not end with what they did. Your story begins with what you become next. You are stepping into a life where you cannot be erased, forgotten, overlooked, or replaced, because your spirit has risen beyond the reach of anything that once tried to contain it. Don't skip, because the chapter ahead is the one they never believed you would reach. But you did. And now, nothing can stop what is meant for you.